In the last lesson, we saw how to nest an if statement inside another if statement. And often when you do that, what you really want to do is create something called an if-else if statement. So let's take a look at the general syntax for that, then we'll convert the sine program into if-else if. The general format of the if-else if looks like this. If relational expression, and then the statement block, followed by else if and another relational expression, again followed by a statement block, followed by another else if you need it, with a relational expression. And this will continue on for as many conditions as you need to test. And then finally, you can end it with an else, with a statement block, of course, and then close off the block. So what happens is, as each relational expression is tested, if it's false, you drop down to the next one. Once a relational expression is evaluated true, then you execute the statement block, and then you exit out of the if-else if. This is a much better way to write a nested if statement. It's much more structured, and it's easier for the reader of the program to understand. So let's take a look at how we would rewrite the sine function with an if-else if. So let's just erase the code we had, and then we'll say if number is less than 0, sine equals -1, else if number is equal to 0, sine is equal to 0. And then here we can use another else if, or we can just write an else. We'll just write the else. Sine is equal to 1, and close off the else. -20, the sine is -1, 0, sine is 0, sine of 20 is 1, and that's right. The if-else if is much easier to understand. It looks more structured, and you're less likely to make mistakes using that rather than nested if statements. So when you have many related tests to make, and again these are all related around the value of number being less than, equal to, or greater than 0, then you should use an if-else if. In the next lesson we'll look at a more complex example that involves a few more else if clauses in the if-else if statement.